What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is 10:04 p.m. Sunday night, June the 9th. June the 9th, 2024, the year of our Lord, and it is an absolutely gorgeous Sunday evening out here. It's pretty warm. It's 81. It got up to damn near 100 today, but that's what I like, man. I wanted to hit 100 and I wanted to stay 100 for a few days. That way, this Bermuda all around here will just flat out take off. People will start ringing my phone off of the hook. But, anyways, guys, I put out a video earlier. I named it "Tips and Tricks for Having a Healthy Bermuda Lawn," or something like that. I can't remember what I named it, but it was something like that. But basically, just trying to help some homeowners that don't know a whole lot about lawn care and can't really afford to pay a lawn care provider to do their lawn, and more of the DIY kind of guy. Just trying to help them out and give them a few tips here and there to try to help them restore their lawn, Bermuda specific. And I was watching that video after I got done, after it uploaded, and I was just thinking, man. And after I watched it and thought about it for a little bit, I did a little bit of self-reflection, and I've been through a lot in the past year. Most of you know what all went down with my full-time job right before I left, and I left my full-time job. For those of you that don't know, I left my full-time job somewhere around March 20th, this past March, and it's June the 9th right now, and so it's been about 2.5 months since I've been full-time in my business. And when I left my full-time job, I wasn't quite where I wanted to be to leave my full-time job, and I was scared to death. If I sat here and told you I wasn't scared, I'd be telling you a bold-faced lie. But I was scared to death when I left my full-time job. After all of the praying, after all of the talks that I had with the Lord and Him speaking to me, and all of my closest friends and family talking to me, telling me what I need to do, and after receiving the blessings of all of my family members and all of my closest friends, letting me know that they support me 100% on my decision. After all of that, I was still terrified, 100% terrified when I left my full-time job. I was excited. It was a new chapter in my life. I still consider it something new in my life, and but there was still the thought in my head that what if my business fails? Right now I've been in business for 3 years, and well, almost 3 years. December will be 3 years, and I'm not as big as some of the other established companies in my area, and I've seen them struggle. And I've got buddies that do this for a living. I've seen them struggle, and I've also seen other YouTubers out there that do this for a living, and they have shared some of their struggles and horror stories as well. And all that in the back of my mind, and also in the back of my mind, is what if my business fails? How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to take care of my kids? How am I going to be a man and do the things that I need to do as the protector and provider in my family? All of that was in the back of my mind. And I thought about all of that, and I thought about where I'm at today. My business is making more money than what I ever thought I would make in my first year as a solo operator, my first year full time as a solo operator. As of right now, I'm not a solo operator. I do have an employee that's going to be helping me through the remainder of the summer, 4 days a week. But just just terrified, you know. But I'm making more than what my full time job is paying me. Now, personally, my net profit as a person is not what I was making at my full time job. But one thing my business has taught me is taught me to how to manage my money better. It's taught me to be more frugal with my income than what I've ever been. It's made me tougher. It's made me stronger. And I really do feel like it's made me just a better all around person. And also, another perk that it has done for me is when I was working a full time job, I was miserable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I was just flat out miserable. I was hard to be around. You know, I looked at everything as a negative in life. And now, man, it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm sitting on my front porch overlooking my lawn in my front yard. Two and a half months ago, there's no way I could have done that on a Sunday night at 10 o'clock at night. I would have been in my bed and I would have been asleep well over an hour ago. But now I don't have to be in a rush to get home on Sundays. I'm in a better mood all the time. Although I'm not making the money that I was making, I'm in a better mood. I'm in a better place. And I'm just happier. And I feel free, you know. If my kids have something going on, whether it be a ball game, whether it be some kind of program at school, if my wife has something going on, or if my wife calls me throughout the day, asks me to pick something up, that's no problem. I can do it. If we want to do something on the weekends, I can go out and sell a few jobs, make the money to do it on the weekend. Just different things. And now I know it's not always going to be like this, so I'm cherishing these moments for right now. Like I said, this is a new chapter in my life. But I just feel like I guess you could say I feel like I have a second chance on life. And, you know, I told y'all earlier, I was very bitter when I was at my full time job. Now that I'm working on my own, working for myself, I'm my own boss, and I'm calling the shots, I'm just in a better mood, man. I don't have nowhere near the stress that I had. And, you know, I heard all through my childhood and teenage years and early adult years, you know, when I flirted with the idea of working for myself, whether it be starting my own welding outfit or buying my own truck, my own rig, and being an over the road trucker or something like that, or whatever it may have been, you know, when I just had these thoughts in my head that I need to be working for myself. Everybody always told me, oh, you don't want to be self employed, you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you don't want to be a business owner, man. It's just too much stress. I'm sure that the more my business grows, the more stress I will have. But a fox body Mustang just rode down the road and threw something out in the middle of the road. I don't know what it was, but some people just have no respect for anything anymore. But I like I said, as my business grows, the more stress I will have. But as of right now, I am all but stress free, and it's just I'm finally where I want to be in life. I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know, I just turned 40 back in April, and it took me 40 years to get to a good spot in my life where I'm not worried about anything. We're good on money. We're not rich, but at the same time, we're not flat broke. We're not worried about nothing. We can pay everything we need to pay, and we can still have a life too. But we can also do for other people. I can experience things and I can enjoy life, man. And that's something you cannot put a price tag on. I don't care if I had to take a $40,000 or $50,000 a year pay cut. The feeling that I'm having and that I've had for the past few months is a feeling that you can't buy. Just a feeling of freedom. I'm finally living the American dream, I guess you could say. And but the reason I wanted to put this video out, man, is because I spent a lot of time, especially when I first left my job. I was just terrified. The phone calls were not coming in. It was still early. And that time last year, man, my phone was blowing up, ringing off of the hook, and it just wasn't happening this year. But now I just feel good, man. I really do. And I can sleep at night. I don't have headaches. I'm not stressed out. I'm not mad all the time. I'm not bitter anymore. And I just have a completely different outlook on life. And but I'm wanting to put this video out here for some of you guys that are struggling. Maybe you're on the fence about leaving your full-time job. Your money is there. You're making what you need to make, but you're still scared. Or maybe you're just flirting with the idea of getting out and starting a business, doing anything, something you love to do, hopefully. And but you're thinking about starting a business, but you're just unsure because you don't want to take that risk because you're scared. And I understand that. I've been there. I've been through all of that. And I'm not the final authority on anything by any means whatsoever. So don't just take what I say and go with it. But for me, every stage that I have been through in my business, the startup stage, the getting my first customer stage, to finally getting to 10 customers, getting to 20 customers, getting to 50 customers, so on and so forth. Every stage, all the way up to being able to leave my job and work for myself full time, and to the point to where I can finally pay myself my first paycheck out of my business. Every bit of that has been exciting. Every bit of that has been scary, and every bit of that has been stressful. But at the end of the day, everything went well. It went well. It didn't come without hard work. It didn't come without a little bit of stress. And it didn't come without a little bit of fear. Some things had more fear than others, but all of it, there was an element of fear involved. But the bottom line is, I don't regret any of it. And the only thing I would change, if I could say any of it, is there's a few purchases that I wouldn't have made, and that's going to be in any business. You're going to make mistakes and buy things that you shouldn't buy, and not buy things that you should buy. But there are things I would change as far as that goes. But the only other thing that I would change, if I could go back and redo it again, is I would have did it sooner. I would have started my business sooner, and I would have left my full-time job sooner. That way I could experience this earlier. But there's nothing like the feeling that I am feeling right now, the feeling of 100% freedom. And if you think about it, that's what so many people have fought and died for us to be able to do, is to live this thing called the American dream. And being an entrepreneur, business owner, that truly is living the American dream. You can do anything you want to do as long as you set your mind to it and stay diligent at it. And you can be anything that you want to be. Just because you think you can't do something doesn't mean you can't do it. And a man told me one time when I was a teenager that your potential is what you limit yourself to. And I have found that throughout my 40 years, I have found that to be more true every day that I live. But so I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're on the fence about leaving your full-time job, or if you're just on the fence about going out and buying some equipment and starting your own business, man, hop off of that fence. Everything's going to be okay. But the one thing I do want to say, the main advice I want to give you through all of that is to put God first in every bit of it. If you put God first, you will succeed no matter what you do. Even if your business fails, you will be a success because you will have peace that surpasses all human understanding. And I think that that is the one true thing, the one thing that I can put my finger on that has helped me through every bit of this stage, or every bit of this journey that I've been on so far, is that God has been the constant in everything that I have done. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've been perfect with God this whole way, because I haven't. I've neglected going to church. I've neglected tithing, things like that. But I did get my priorities straight, and ever since I've done that, things have just gotten better. But yeah, man, if y'all are flirting with the idea of starting a business, or if you're on the fence about leaving your full-time job to chase your dream and to further your business, because let's face it, your business ain't gonna grow but so much as you're working a full-time job. You're not gonna reach your maximum potential until you do leave your full-time job and get that crap out of your way. But if you're on the fence about any of that, man, just do it. Just do it. Leave your job on good terms. That way you'll have something to fall back on. And don't burn any bridges anywhere you go, man, because you can always have something in your back pocket. And this is what people don't tell you. If you leave your full-time job to pursue your business, you can always go back to work for somebody else, or for that same job, hopefully. But you can definitely go find another job if your business fails. That's the truth. But the one thing that you can't do is know for a fact what would have happened if you didn't try. So if you're flirting with that idea of leaving your full-time job, or you're thinking about starting your own business, man, quit sitting around and wasting your time, man. Just do it, because none of us are getting any younger. And there's no time like the present. But anyway, man, I hope y'all got something out of this, and I hope maybe this helped some of y'all make your mind up, and maybe it motivated some of you. I know this ain't one of those music played in the background out here screaming in your face, trying to get you pumped up or anything like that kind of videos, but this is just the truth. You're gonna have to work hard. There's gonna be stress involved, but just do it, man. Anything you're gonna have in life that's worth having takes a little bit of hard work to achieve. So get off the fence, man. Just do it. But look here, man. I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go inside, hang out with my wife and kids for a little bit before I go to bed. And I will talk to y'all soon enough, man. But until then, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. All right, y'all. Bye.